What up, people? Welcome to the Retirement Rescue Circle. I'm your boy, Class Dunn. Just saying hello to you all. This is going to be a little different than what I usually do, but it's going to be pretty much really important. So, just this past weekend, there was an announcement that several brokerage houses were laying off support staff. And I know some of you are saying, well, everybody's getting laid off. Every company. Nah, these brokerage houses, they usually don't get rid of support staff. So that's kind of a big thing. Even though the numbers are really relatively small as compared to UPS and some other folks. But here's what I do want you to know. When you consider your brokerage account and your financial planner specifically, your planner has clients and they have the pressure of maintaining contact with folks, especially when the market is slow like it, or the political environment is as unpredictable as it is now. You never know what's coming, and it is affecting the market. And people are scared. So your broker has less time because he or she, well, heck, they're on the phone talking to people that are scared. So what I want to tell you is get your plan together. Know what you're supposed to be invested in. And if you haven't talked to a planner yet, come on over to the Retirement Rescue Circle. We have free tools that will show you how to build your financial plan to present to your broker. Your broker will love you because you're prepared and you know what you're doing. So now, let's talk about something kind of important. A lot of you guys are already, you got it together. You have a few brokerage accounts, got a 401k, might even have two 401ks, different employers, IRAs, and various other investments. And you're like, Cleston, I'm good. Well, I'm happy for you. You figure you might retire in 4 or 5 years. And you feel really good about your employer. This is not really a good time for feeling good about your employer, because all of them, they're in it for themselves and their stockholders. Employees are on the bottom row of what they really care about. I don't care what they say. I don't care how many pizza parties they give you. Man, look, y'all gotta protect yourselves. And by that protection, make your plan. Especially all of you that have good jobs and you got your finances rolling really well. Are you prepared for a hit? What's your emergency fund looking like? If you're single, do you have 6 months of expenses saved? If you're a married couple and both people are earning, do you have 3 months of expenses paid? Because who knows? Nobody is expecting to be laid off until they are laid off. And to be quite honest, even if you're a married couple, man, I'm gonna tell you, 6 months of expenses need to be in a savings account or someplace that you can get to it relatively easy, because it's dangerous right now. And if you are 45, 50 or older, if you lose your gig now, come on, man, that's devastating, because there's nowhere in anybody's financial plan that I'm going to unexpectedly lose my job through no fault of my own. Come on, let's keep it a buck. That is not on anybody's bingo card. So what we're going to do is go to the Retirement Rescue Circle, use all those free tools. I have PDFs that you can type into so that you know exactly where you are and how to plan for your transition. And I even have given you some tools where you can use AI to give you business ideas. It can help you create things for your Instagram or Facebook, TikTok, whatever it is you use. I got some tools in there that AI can help you build what's for you. Most of them are free. Some of them, I'm in business. So I want you to go to the Retirement Rescue Circle. Links in the bio and in the pinned comment in this video and get started. Now, again, for all of you that have your retirement all set up and you feel good about everything, your money's good, I'm gonna ask you, when's the last time you checked to see if your target asset mix is still what it was the last time you met with your planner? Now, some of you are saying, man, I don't know what no target asset mix is. And that's cool. So let me give you a brief explanation. So your target asset mix is the combination of stocks and bonds that you've told your planner that you are comfortable with. Your financial planner asks you 6, maybe 7 questions, and they input it into what's called a Monte Carlo simulation. Not like gambling, that's just the name of the simulation. But what the simulation does is it goes through hundreds of thousands of simulations about the market, ups and downs, and it tells you what your risk level is, along with, based on what you have, these are the probabilities of the amount you should expect based on what you're doing right now and what you have. Once you have your target asset mix, we're going to use 70-30 because it's pretty easy and I can do the math in my head. If that's your target asset mix, that's a growth asset mix, meaning 70% in some form of stocks, excuse me, like individual stocks, ETFs, mutual funds. The 30% is similar, but it's bonds. Either bonds, bond funds, or maybe some bond ETF. Anything you choose, any way you want to do it, you can have it that way. Now, the important thing for you to know is, as investments grow and decrease, your target asset mix, your assets, they shift away from your target. For example, we've had a pretty good stock market over the last few years. If the stocks have increased, typically that means the bonds decrease. So let's say because your planner helped you pick out investments that have grown in the stocks, your asset mix is now 80% for stocks and 20% for bonds. Guess what? That's not growth anymore. Now you're sitting right on the edge of an aggressive growth portfolio, and you ain't signed up for that. While you're happy with the results, the more stocks you have in your portfolio, the more risk you have, the more volatility you have. And so it's important to rebalance. Now, keep in mind, if these stocks or investments are in a regular brokerage account, not a retirement account like an IRA or your 401k, talk to your accountant before doing anything. Let your accountant know, hey, I need to rebalance my brokerage account. They're going to look at it and they're going to tell you, okay, do it, but do this also. You need to talk to your accountant because rebalancing in a regular brokerage account or any non-retirement account can be taxable. So, now that you got that part out of the way, some of you are saying, man, I ain't looked at that thing. Okay, look at it and call your broker. Schedule an appointment, tell them what you want. They may even be able to do it over the phone with you. Remember, they ain't got a whole bunch of time anymore. So know what you want to talk about. And if it's not a good time for them, it's okay. But schedule an appointment for you to speak with them on the phone, do a video chat with them, or schedule office hours with them. Just make sure you do it. Now, if you're in that category where I just put stuff in a brokerage account, man, sister, playtime is over. This is a great time to get your finances in order. You want to have all of your stocks and bonds matched up to your risk level. You're getting close to retirement, and the volatility can kill you. If a market goes really bad at an advanced age, you don't have a whole bunch of time for it to recover. So you have to know what you're in and be sure that you're comfortable with what you're invested in. And then lastly, most important part of all, if you do not have a emergency account, which is 3 months for married couples that have 2 incomes, and this is 3 months of savings for all of your expenses, get it. If you're an individual, that number is 6 months for your monthly expenses. It needs to be in a savings account or some account that you can get to the funds quickly if in need. And as a matter of fact, the way things are right now, I want you guys to strive to get to 6 months, even if you're a married couple. It's also important, some of you all are really just starting, you may not have an emergency fund. Start by just trying to get to $1,000. $1,000, you might say, well, some of you are saying, man, that's a lot of money. I'm not saying do it all at one time. I'm saying purposely put some money in your savings account. Save some money. Find a way. There's all types of ways that you can learn to budget. Dave Ramsey and all kinds of things that they teach you how to trim stuff. Hey, this is important. This is a time like no other that I've been alive, and I've been here for a minute. So start your emergency plan. Check your investments. Don't worry about how much you have saved so far in your investments. Just make sure you know what your asset mix is and correct it accordingly. So, I love you guys. Stay strong in the paint. Don't let anybody knock you off your square. And remember, just because you're starting today doesn't mean it's too late. The only thing that can hurt you is non-movement. Get prepared and move accordingly. You all take care. Stay strong. I believe in you. Peace. What up, y'all? As I was trying to take this little stroll, just want to come back and correct something that I said in error. I said that your target asset or your risk level is determined by a Monte Carlo simulation. Not exactly. The questions that your planner asks you, that determines your risk level. Your investment, what they use the Monte Carlo simulation is to do exactly this. They take the amount that you have saved in your savings, your brokerage accounts, your IRA accounts, your 401ks, and they ask you, sometimes they're going to ask you to give them a brokerage account and savings checking account statements. They're going to ask for all your statements. They're going to input that information into the system, and the Monte Carlo system is going to say, based on you being growth oriented or moderate or conservative, whatever it is, or even aggressive growth, whatever your target asset mix is, based on that and what you have and your if you don't do anything, it is likely to be X amount if the market is good, X amount if the market is average, or X amount if the market is bad. Now, they will also give you a number that you can add to your investments to increase your retirement numbers, or your numbers of all your accounts, so that when it comes time to retire, you'll have a higher number than what you do now. So just wanted to make that clarification. I believe in you guys. It's never too late. Just get started. Peace.